Look at me, Jim. Look at me. From the beginning, I financially supported you, your family, and any and all of your significant others. And the only repayment I asked for many times was for you to let me go. Not harmed physically, emotionally, or professionally. How was I repaid for taking care of you all those years? Blackmailed, addicted to coke, you sharing what I thought was private sex acts, but what really stands above all these things is you leaving me for dead on the bedroom floor. You coloring your hair and taking a shower. Leaving me there, dead, stabbed, shot, bleeding. When I finally was able to run out of the house while you were in the shower coloring your hair, SWAT, I walked out. I walked out. By the grace of God, by the grace of God, I was able to get up and get out. And get out of your clutches.
Your Honor, at this time I'm going to object to confrontation. This is for her.
Sustained, ma'am. Just give your statement.
As your attorney has said, that I only had one stab wound, I wish you would have stood up and corrected him and told him, no, you stabbed me 4 times, 3 times on my side. The reason the doctor maybe didn't notice those were stab wounds would be because they put tubes through those wounds, through those stabs.
Opponents feared boxer Christy Martin in the ring. However, it was at home where she fought her biggest battle, the one for her life. Christy Martin was a worldwide sensation in the boxing ring and was even on the cover of Sports Illustrated. She won 49 fights and was heading for 50. Away from the ring, however, Martin says she faced a different fight because her husband and trainer, Jim Martin, was abusive and controlling. I keep thinking of people who watch this and say, how does a woman who's so powerful, how is she not able to stand up for herself at home? I know that people think that, but I didn't have the same type of mental strength to overtake him. When Christy Martin finally tried to end the marriage, she says Jim went on the attack, beating and stabbing her before pulling a gun. Moments later, he fired one shot into her chest, missing her heart by just a few inches. Christy Martin survived that day in her Florida home. Jim Martin would then go on trial for attempted murder. Jim Martin's attorney maintained it was Christy who attacked her husband, not the other way around. The way Jim described it, Christy was extremely aggressive. Defense attorney Bill Hancock told Begnaud he was constantly afraid of physical attacks by her. Prosecutors also wondered whether a jury would believe that a celebrated boxer would be beaten by her husband. She became famous beating the hell out of people. Begnaud comments to prosecutors Deborah Barr, so it's pretty plausible that she might beat the hell out of her husband. Absolutely, Barr replies, but she says it's not that simple. I think it's a remarkable story because you have a world-famous champion boxer and she could still be in a domestic violence relationship because that isn't about physical strength, it's about mental abuse. What would the jury believe? On April 24, 2012, in a courtroom in Orlando, Florida, boxing champion Christy Martin boldly faced down her fiercest opponent yet, her ex-husband, James Martin. Prosecutor Ryan Fezio was what was thought that went through your head when you saw the defendant with that knife in the bedroom. Christy Martin said to him, "Are you going to kill me?" The last time you had seen Jim, he's standing over you with a gun. To which Christy responds, "You know, I thought about it a lot, and how am I going to react to being in the same room with them?" Hundreds of thousands of court TV viewers watched as a prizefighter known for knocking out 32 opponents, testified that her much older and seemingly frail husband had nearly killed her. Ryan Vezio, this case rose and fell on the credibility of Christy and Jim. Prosecutors Ryan Vezio and Deborah Barr were worried the jury would have their doubts about this matchup. David Begnaud, she became famous beating the hell out of people. Exactly, said Deborah. David, so it's pretty plausible she might beat the hell out of her husband. Absolutely, Deborah thought. Barra says she believed Christy's story, the good, the bad, and the bloody. She was very open about her marriage, and she was very open about everything. It was just very much a matter of fact, this is who I am. Christy bared it all, starting with her childhood in the tiny town of Itman, West Virginia. It's 1 mile from welcome to now leaving. Her father, John Salters, was a coal miner. As a fighter, Christy would brand herself the coal miner's daughter. She said her dad pushed her to dream big, and with one excruciating exception, her love life. Right in front of us is the home where this event took place, where Christy Martin shared with her husband and manager, and where this horrific event took place. How many of you remember this story as it took place? Do you remember the headlines? Did you watch Christy Martin as she competed for various different championships? Did you watch her rise and fall under Don King? Let us know in the comments what you think. This video is a little bit different than some of the other true crime videos that we've done in the past. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you didn't like it, make sure to hit the dislike button twice. And put down in the comments some of the things you didn't like and would like to see changed in the future. As always, continue to look for the history in film. I look forward to seeing you all on future videos, ranging from true crime, to haunted locations, to famous graves, to historical locations, and to filming locations.